Do it, motherfucker. Do it.
What's up? I'm Cleary. So, as I'm sure you've all heard about, like fucking James Somerton, one of the guys that H-Bomber guy exposed for being like really, really, really bad when it comes to plagiarism and just like straight up stealing people's work for profit, made an apology video the other day, and within hours, like, took it down, as you do. I mean, I don't know what the fuck he was expecting. So I've already watched part of this. I did watch all of it because this is, you'll see why. I just wanted to show you part of it to kind of, you'll see. Just, we're gonna watch this and then we're gonna check out Penguinzo's reaction to it. But yeah, you'll see.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
I'm sorry for taking so long to make this video or to say anything. I'm in the hospital. I've been in the hospital for a little over a week. I tried to do something really stupid.
So one thing I want to note right off the bat, you hear him sniffling, you hear how his voice is kind of doing the, that quivery sort of thing, right? Classic, like, telltale signs of crying. Not a single tear. Well, we'll keep watching and see if any appear, but so far, he's, like, making all the noises of someone that's crying, but there are no tears.
I'm really only here now because before I did it, I called my dad to talk to him one more time, and he figured out something was wrong and called paramedics or 911 or...
So yeah, what's happening right now is he's saying he was either considering or was about to go through with offing himself, and that's why he's been, like, radio silent or whatever. And it's because, of course, of the H-Bomber guy video and all that. It's pretty fucked up, right? It's like, it could be true. Like, I'm sure he's under, like, a massive amount of pressure right now. His job's on the line. He has like millions of people fucking shitting on him. So maybe, but it really feels like he's just trying to milk sympathy, right? He's trying to just, like, squeeze sympathy out of people. I actually talked about this in the latest Destiny video I uploaded. People that use, like, if they want something from you, and then they bring up, like, oh, I kind of feel like offing myself right now. Like, it's like 9 times out of 10, they're using it to try to, like, guilt trip you into giving them what they want. It's incredibly disgusting behavior. Incredibly fucking disgusting. Once again, maybe he has actually been going through some stuff, but this just, especially since it's like just right out of the gate, like, this feels insanely manipulative. This feels insanely manipulative. I can't say the word. This feels insanely manipulative. Manipulative. Okay, there, I got it. Anyway, let's keep watching.
They got here, and I woke up in the hospital, and yeah. Anyway, I'm not trying to make this a sob story.
No, he's 100%. Sorry, not 100%. He's 98.534% trying to make this a sob story to make you feel bad for him.
I'm just trying to explain why I've been so quiet. I had a friend from back home checking my emails and stuff.
All right, from this point forward, every time he makes a sound that's associated with crying, but there are no tears, I'm going to point it out.
Yeah.
Still quiet, quivery voice.
But anyway,
quiver.
I want to say that I'm really, really sorry. Really.
That's sort of like, oh yeah, that really, really sorry. That kind of like lift at the end where it's not a question, but there's still kind of like that raise because your throat's kind of constricting because you're kind of like in the middle of like crying, like that. Yeah. Okay.
Really sorry.
Oh yeah. That. Oh, he just did the quiver again. I'm really sorry.
For the stuff in the videos, not crediting people and.
Yeah, another good old sniffing, little snockers. Really selling that the crying.
For a lot of videos,
Okay, to save us some time here, I'm going to skip to some random point in the video, and let's see if there's any tears, any sign of tears. No, it doesn't look like it.
And every month,
still got the quiver going.
Send the ad revenue from all of the past videos, because there were plenty that didn't have any uncredited stuff in them.
Excuse my cough. Yeah, still no tears. He's got the quivery voice going on still. Jump ahead a little more. Okay, so no tears. There are no tracks or traces on his face. His eyes are like relatively not watery. I mean, they look like shiny or glassy right now because of his lighting setup. But
anything like that. Have it all in there. I would like to become a really, really good example.
He still has that crying voice going on. Like, Jesus. Oh, there's a sniff. There's a sniffins. Okay, one more random point towards the end. Let's see. Even a single sign of tears. Just one little just hint of tear. Something. Anything.
So that anyone who wants to leave, which I imagine will be the vast majority, can leave and not have to be worried about being billed again in January.
Still got the voice thing going on. No tears. No, I'm just, yeah. Oh, and there's a sniff. No, he sounds like he's like in the middle of crying while trying to explain himself. But there's like, yeah, he's got the quivery voice. There are the uplifts in his speech, like when his throat kind of constricts because, once again, he's upset and he's just, that sort of feeling. And he's been sniffling. And I don't know if you know this, but the reason why you get really sniffy when you cry is because I believe a lot of your tears end up like getting into your nasal cavity. It's something along those lines. But yeah, your nose or like the big like cave inside your face past your fucking nose. It kind of starts filling up with tears, essentially. But once again, he has no tears right now. He hasn't cried a single time throughout this like 35-minute video. So like this is all so very obviously fake. That's all I'm saying. He hasn't cried a single not one fucking tear. This is 100% manipulative. He is being incredibly manipulative right now, and it's really, really fucking gross. No fucking wonder he took this down. No fucking wonder. All right, let's see what Penguins has to say about it. So he just dropped this video, not that long ago. I wanted to.
It just wouldn't feel right if 2023 didn't conclude with at least one more horrible YouTuber apology video.
Oh god,
and luckily,
right as always.
Krampus did not let us down, delivering a nice lump of coal under the tree. This had been a year filled to the.
Oh, by the way, I just gotta say, I love how he talks, like the lump of coal under the tree thing. Like, yeah, he's very, he paints a picture,
Brim. The cup runneth over on bad YouTuber apology videos. I was a naive fool to think that we had seen the last of apology videos for 2023.
Tisk, Penguin Man.
And how wrong was I? In the fourth quarter here, the last week or so of 2023, we were blessed with one more from James Somerton. He was featured prominently in H-Bomber Guy's newest video on plagiarism.
Oh god, also, a great fucking YouTuber, of course. Like, it's hard to dislike H-Bomber Guy, I feel like. That video's long as shit, but it is. Like, dude, if you're playing video games or something, just have it playing in the background. He did, like, a fucking deep dive, dude. Like, he was thorough as fuck.
I'm sure all of you have seen this video by now. If you haven't, that is shocking to hear and should probably go check it out. And I'm not going to recap the whole video, but I will give you a brief synopsis of James Somerton's role in it. But basically, James Somerton was pretty much caught with his hand in the cookie jar, plagiarizing his entire online content, fundamentally. It also goes even deeper than...
Dude, it's insane that people can get away with that for so long. Oh, I guess not really. I mean, no one ever really looks into creators and where they're getting their information, how they're making their videos, right?
The plagiarism, he was accused of multiple other bad things in regards to his content and claims he was making.
Oh, right, the womanizing, or like fucking hardcore shitting on women, right? Yeah, he doesn't seem to be too fond of women. The main focus for me was the plagiarism anyway. But yeah, no, he seems to have a few other fun ideas about the world.
Bunch of other variety of things. And in response to that, James went dark. He went off the grid, bought a log cabin in the middle of the woods, grew out a lumberjack's beard. He bought a Hoover from, Breaking Bad, and he disappeared. So he went offline, and then a couple days ago posted a surprise apology video going over all of it, which he deleted a couple hours later when it didn't get the response he was expecting it to. But it's been re-uploaded, and I kind of wanted to cover it a little.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing too. Well, I guess if he's gonna hardcore manipulate like that, he must think pretty highly of his ability to deceive people. So yeah, I guess maybe he was expecting a different response.
A little bit, just because it feels right. 2023 had so many of these. We've got to usher in 2024 the right way with an apology video to kick us off getting into the new year. So let's take a peek.
Hi, everyone. I'm sorry for taking so long to make this video or to say anything. I'm in the hospital. I've been in the hospital for a little over a week.
Call me John Madden because I'm going to walk you through the play in this playbook here. It's called Emotional Manipulation.
Yeah.
It's a timeless classic. There is no reason he should be starting this video with this story here. He uses this technique multiple times throughout the video and doesn't really even address the accusations head on. It's mainly a lot of deflection.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, well, once again, I didn't watch the entire video, but yeah, okay, I could see him not wanting to even touch the fucking plagiarism shit with a stick. Like, yeah.
But what I want to focus on is just how hard he leans on trying to garner sympathy through this. Now, it's always sad to see someone struggling and going through a hard time and contemplating extremely terrible things with their life. But it's not something that you need to be sharing online in this capacity. And it's also not something most people would be comfortable sharing online, especially.
Also, yeah, maybe Charlie's he's playing it safer than me, or he's just a better person than me. But I think there is a very, very, very good chance that none of it happened. Even though, oh God, I don't know, that's a harder claim. Like he's using it to manipulate people 100%. But once again, he must be feeling a lot of fucking pressure right now. So I don't know. If anybody who used to watch his videos can let me in on how he is. I guess I can tell me is he usually a pretty confident person? Has he ever shown signs of mental disorders, mental disability, or you're offing your self-talk or whatever?
Especially in response to things like this, because it comes across as very insincere and disingenuous and kind of using it as though it makes you immune to criticism because now you've gone through this, if that makes sense. Yeah. And that's pretty much what his whole audience said too. Even the ones that were trying to rally behind him, hoping for a real explanation, this left a very bad taste in their mouth because it's completely unrelated to what should be being talked about, which is his plagiarism as well as the other things he's been accused of.
Oh yeah, think about how disappointing that would be. You're hoping that this guy that you've liked for a long fucking time, and has all these accusations against him. Yeah, you're sitting there waiting, hoping there's no way, right? There's no fucking way. I've loved this guy for forever. Yeah, and then you get that video where he doesn't even talk about what he's being accused of. Yeah, I would walk away after that. I would be done. I'd be like, yeah, okay, no, it's probably all fucking true. Whatever.
But he sprinkles this throughout the entire thing, so you can't really make a good argument that it's only here to try and explain why he took so long to make this video. You don't need to explain why you took so long. You really don't. If you really wanted to give an explanation, you could just make it super concise, hey, had stuff going on. The process didn't even need to go over these really sad things in his life throughout the whole thing that aren't explain why it took you that long in the first place. And on top of that, he does also still go over these really sad things in his life throughout the whole thing that aren't just there to explain why it took him so long to talk about all of this. So
yeah, and of course, once again, classic manipulation, trying to fucking siphon off, you're sticking. You guys ever seen one of those things that people stab into the trees to get the sap out of them? You're fucking doing that to people, trying to milk them for their sympathy. You're trying to drink their fucking blood, their sympathy blood. You're licking their sympathy. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, let's go with that.
So it really does feel like he's trying to emotionally manipulate people with his apology video. But even when he is done going through this story and actually trying to talk about what's been going on, he takes really no responsibility. He does say, "I'm sorry," a lot, but it feels kind of hollow when he starts throwing somebody else under the bus for things and then kind of belittling the whole situation itself.
Oh, right, his editor, right? Didn't he put a bunch of I forgot about that. Yeah, or I think I've heard of that. Yeah, he's blaming his editor because of course he is, because it sounds like James is a fucking piece of shit. Makes sense.
Pulling it down to something far simpler than it is. Like, there were a lot of accusations against him, none of which he really defends himself on in any meaningful way whatsoever. It really feels like the main purpose of the video is to make the audience feel bad. Like, make them, like, blame them, basically, for what he's going through, as opposed to taking that responsibility for fucking up with plagiarizing his whole career.
Really, really sorry. Really, really sorry. For the stuff in the videos, not crediting people, and I lost my best friend because...
Well, it just to be clear, it wasn't just not crediting people. It's like, oh, I forgot my works cited page. There were almost like none of your original thoughts in there. It was almost entirely other people's work. That's not just, oops, I forgot to cite them. That's, you literally stole shit from people.
Nick and I had been best friends since...
I don't think I really need to show you more of the video itself. You get the idea of exactly how this...
Touch on the crying. He not a single tear. Come on, Charlie. Not a single fucking tear.
...goes for the rest of the 30 minutes of it. It's just a really baffling decision to post this in the first place, and it's something he recognized pretty quickly when he saw the responses coming in, the Yelp reviews.
Yeah, oh god, now I'm trying to put myself more into like James's headspace. Yeah, he must have been desperate at that point. So oh god, I feel like if I ever got into something like that, yeah, I would probably feel a lot of pressure to want to like explain myself. You know what I mean? It's almost always a bad idea unless you just have a straight up apology. But most people seem to not understand how apologies work. So for most people, it's a bad idea.
So here's his community post addressing it. Earlier tonight, I uploaded a video apologizing for what I've done, but it's become clear after hearing from several people that I am not in a healthy frame of mind to be posting anything online. I only returned home from the hospital yesterday, so I should have never filmed it. I've deleted the video, but I'm sure it has been downloaded and will be shared by others online. I promise to apologize properly and in detail when I'm more mentally stable. Until then, please know that I am sorry.
Oh, no. What are you sorry for exactly? I feel like if you're actually sorry, you might have like mentioned what it was about, maybe. Or no, this sounds so bullshitty. This sounds so insanely bullshitty. He said essentially like, oh, that wasn't a real try. Yeah, I wasn't actually trying with that. No, I'll give you the real one next time. Like, you know, one of those people that's trying to like freaking make themselves look better when they just fucked up. That's exactly what this sounds like.
Sorry. He understands that this wasn't a good idea, but insists that he is sorry and will return at a later date to make a better apology video. And I have to say, that doesn't seem like a good idea. Like, I don't understand why he's even going to bother trying.
Yeah.
There is really nothing that's going to improve for his online career through an apology. His audience isn't...
Well, yeah, no, he's like done, so...
...isn't going to stick around through it. They were there for his content, and his content was stolen. It was all plagiarized. Like, there's no reason for them to stay, and it's not something he can just move on for and keep pumping out bangers because...
Well, I mean, personality, I guess. But, like, yeah, I wouldn't want to watch a content creator if I knew they were just stealing a bunch of crap from people.
Because no one's going to believe that it's original work or anything that he himself created.
You know, actually, I feel like if he does come out with like an actual apology, he actually addresses what he did, why it was wrong, and how he's going to improve in the future, and then actually does improve in the future, I could see him pulling it back. I mean, it would be hard, but like he could do it. He would have to actually apologize and improve, though.
So there's nothing he can possibly gain from even making an apology. He should just do something else that's not being a YouTuber, or find a completely different niche on YouTube to try and make it big in. Like, there's just nothing he can really do for the...
Nah, if I were in James's position, like straight up real fucking apology, and I would lay out exactly how I was going to change, and then I would do it. That's exactly what I would do in James's position. I don't know, like it would take a long fucking time to rebuild that credibility, to rebuild people's trust, but I feel like that's your best bet.
The James Somerton brand here. So I don't know why he's going to try and make another apology video later. It just seems kind of silly to even bother. He doesn't have anything that proves him innocent from the claims. He really was kind of, caught pants around the ankle here. It's kind
See, that's the kind of shit I love about Charlie.
He plagiarized a lot of things, and there's a lot of other accusations on top of that as well from the way he conducted himself and some of the content, like in some of the things he said. And there's really not a whole lot he can do to come back from that and make this big triumphant comeback with an absolute fucking banger apology. That's just not going to happen. So why even do it? Just go do something else, man. Just move on from it.
Okay, I think I disagree that James should just give up. Like, once again, I feel like if he wants any sort of chance of redemption, actual apology, and then make the changes. Like, yeah. I feel like that's his best bet. But yeah, so James is a piece of shit. And yeah, Charlie was right on everything he touched on, even though I wish he had noticed that, like, once again, James was making all the fucking sounds of a crying person without actually crying a single tear. So, like, very manipulative behavior. He's a very manipulative guy from the looks of it. And his apology video was absolute garbage. But yeah, thank you, Charles, for your input. And I'm happy. At first fucking hour, viewed it in the first fucking hour. That's right. Hell yeah. Anyways. Yeah, this has been Holy Shit, Content Creators Can Be Fucking Evil Sometimes with Clary. And yeah, I love you guys. Bye-bye.